All right, let's revisit the top story of the day. Shams reported earlier in our show that Jonathan Kuminga and the Warriors are still in a standoff on a new contract. The Kings and the Suns have reached out for potential sign and trade deals, but the Warriors are not interested. Now, we welcome in ESPN's new Warriors reporter, Anthony Slater, who's making his NBA Today debut as well. Yay! Claps all around. Welcome, Anthony. No one has been closer to this team than you over the past several years. Kuminga's role has changed throughout his 4 seasons in the league. Currently, as of right now, what is Steve Kerr's perception of Jonathan Kuminga?
You know, Steve Kerr and Jonathan Kuminga, actually, I would categorize as having a decent personal relationship and even improving a little bit. Kerr has been in contact with Kuminga during this process, and I'd say he's one of the leading voices kind of trying to patch this together. But there's a lot of scar tissue, basketball scar tissue, which, you know, has been referenced even on this show. And Kuminga knows that Steve Kerr would plan to play him a lot in the regular season. They would need him to score a bunch, especially with the older team when some of their stars sit. But Jonathan Kuminga also knows that Steve Kerr's history tells him he will go away from him in the playoffs at winning time in big games. And Jonathan Kuminga is no longer wanting to be a plan B, an alternative, a regular season option. He wants to be, you know, a full-time featured guy in an offense. And as much as I think him and Kerr actually do generally get along personally, he knows Kerr's history in coaching him on the court, and that hasn't led to what he has wanted it to lead to.
Yeah, you and I were both at the Rockets-Warriors series. He basically did play. This Warriors team, by the way, has 9 players under contract for next season. They're going to have to fill out that roster at some point. What else do you see them prioritizing before training camp, Anthony?
Yeah, Tim said it earlier. All signs point to Al Horford. They're certainly interested in him. I would say if they are not able to get that done, if Horford, who you hear is also mulling retirement, if he's not on the roster next year, it's a big miss by the Warriors because that's in their plans. They need a stretch 5. They're also looking for perimeter defense. There is mutual interest in a reunion with DeAnthony Melton, who played only 6 games for them last year before he tore an ACL, but it was a really good fit. Steph Curry likes him. And they want some extra shooting. Another name I'm hearing with mutual interest, Seth Curry, actually, as a potential bench shooting option with a family tie. And then, you know, the other thing they need is they need youth, they need athleticism, and they need scoring. And Jonathan Kuminga fits that. It's clear Jonathan Kuminga is in their plans, but I'm not sure the Warriors are in Kuminga's plans, and that's what's still trying to get sorted out.
Great stuff. Definitely seems like a fluid situation. Thank you again, Anthony, and welcome to the team. Thanks for your time.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
All right, an update on Caitlin